Well, riddle me this. Why are Democrats so afraid of having any Republicans on the ballot? Not just Trump. Try and throw them all off. Jonathan Turley writes about it in the New York Post today. Joins us. Welcome, Jonathan. Happy New Year to you. George Washington University law professor, constitutional law attorney. I loved your column. They just don't want any Republicans on the ballot at all. But that can't be. This is America, Jonathan. We have to have some Republicans on the ballot, don't we?
At least for show. You know, this is what I refer to as ballot cleansing. You see that in other countries. Iran, for example, routinely removes undesirables, people that they don't want voters being tempted to vote for. This movement that is being put forward under the 14th Amendment has the same implications. And just this week, you had a representative, Perry, who was targeted with the same argument. Now, I'm not saying we're becoming Iran. We're not. But we're something more than Iran, I hope. And what that is a democratic nation. The thing that binds us all together, that defines us, is in fact our faith in democracy. And so here you have these advocates now trying to remove not just Trump, but other Republicans. Members of Congress have supported this. Dozens of them among the Democrats have asked to block as many as 226 Republicans in Congress under this same theory. You know,
it was the Scott Perry thing. He's the head of the Freedom Caucus in the House, as you probably know. Was that done on insurrection basis, or were there other charges?
No, he's basically being accused of being a supporter of insurrection. Right. So it's like being a fellow traveler back in the McCarthy period. And that's become sort of norm now, is that it's not just that you were an insurrectionist, but you supported them, either by voting against certification or doubting the election of Joe Biden. Those are protected acts. They're constitutionally protected acts. And yet they are cited in these filings as evidence that you're either an insurrectionist or a fellow traveler.
And your point in the column is that a number of Democrats, as you just suggested, a number of Democrats have tried to keep Republicans off. This has been going on for years. This is not circa 2023 or 2024. Not even circa January 6th, 21. They've been doing this for years.
That's right. And, you know, in the past, the 14th Amendment theory has been something of a parlor game for professors. It was an interesting idea. And then it became a very dangerous idea when you had 4 justices of the Colorado Supreme Court embrace it. Now, the good news is that's a court with 7 democratically appointed justices, and 3 of those justices refused. And actually, there was a stinging, visceral dissent asking what the majority thought they were doing here. And then you have Maine, and that's not really a decision. It's in terms of a judicial decision. That is a Secretary of State who has been really hitting Trump and hitting what she calls the insurrection since January 6th. So they knew what they were going to get from her when they filed to remove Trump from the main ballot. But now it's going to go to the courts, and real judges are going to have to look at this. And the vast majority of judges have rejected this because it's unfounded and it's dangerous.
One other point, James Freeman of the Wall Street Journal, I don't know if you saw it, in his column, Best of the Web, Biden Democrats versus Democracy is the headline. But he's just saying how this year, unlike 2020, when Biden first ran, they're keeping the Democrats, the White House, or whatever, the Democratic National Committee, they're keeping other candidates off these primary ballots. And the one he singles out, Jonathan, particularly is North Carolina, where they say, you know, you had, in 2020, you had like, I don't know, 10 or 12 people in the North Carolina primary. I remember watching the debates with all these people. Senator Bennett, you know, Joe Biden, Cory Booker, Tulsi Gabbard, Klobuchar, etc., Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren. Some of them would qualify now, but they're keeping them off the ballot. I mean, so the Democrats are doing this inside the Democratic Party as well as the Republican Party.
Yeah, it's hard to say you're defending democracy when every action you take is to prevent it from being practiced. And that's also what happened in Florida. Now, you got to keep in mind, of course, that most Democrats in polls have said that they don't want Biden, that they want other choices. And so the party elite is saying that's a dangerous thing. So let's not give them a choice. This will be a one flavor ice cream stand. You either take Biden or you go hungry.
Well, that'd be kind of interesting. Biden can run against Biden. I mean, he'd be the only guy in the ballot. Something new in American history. Jonathan Turley, thank you very much.